beautiful.
Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's your girls. Let's get personal with Latonya and
Ray.
Powered by World Star Hit Radio
And Celebrity Media TV.
Hey!
It's your girls, and look who we have here.
Yes, the beautiful
Sharaya.
Yeah, Sharaya.
Sharaya. That's right.
You know y'all Sharayas and Sharills. Oh gosh, help me. I'm just gonna say Ray.
Right. Yeah, and we'll both look.
Hey,
And
Ray.
Hey.
Girl. Oh my goodness.
Hey guys.
How are you, sweetie?
I'm so good. Cannot complain for 1 second.
Whew.
Good, and you look good too.
Thank
Beautiful,
you.
beautiful.
Thank
Just
you, Queen.
beautiful and gorgeous hair. Oh my gosh. So you guys, we are having an awesome time already. It's just a joy to see this young lady in the building at World Star Hit Radio. She have been through some trials and tribulations. We're gonna have her to talk about this, talk a little bit more about it. And you guys, to our viewers and listeners, I know a lot of you guys have seen her, okay, on the floor. So we're going to let her talk today. We want her to talk because this is a miracle baby right here. And I always say miracle baby because I am a person from ICU. That's all I know. And so it is a blessing because I took care of all kind of patients and tagging toes, young and old, and tagging their finger and all that stuff, writing their name and the day they passed and all that stuff, and getting them ready for their family. So it is definitely a blessing, and I mean, I don't even take that lightly. I am excited. Yeah,
There's joy.
honestly.
And you know what? When you started, we'd like you to take it back to where it all started, because I know you came from a family of music.
Absolutely.
So I'd like to go ahead. Let's stop there.
Yeah, so I always say that music chose me because I just, it's always been a part of my life. My father was in a 90s hip hop group, Double X Posse back in the day. They had this record called I'm Not Gonna Be Able to Do It, Can You Do It? You know, so it was like always hip hop all the time in my house. If I walked in the living room, it was either a cypher going on or my father had me at the studio. He was on tour at a very young age. He was on tour. And then my mom too was such a music head and a music fanatic. That's how I got introduced to a lot of the older artists that came before me, like Sam Cooke and Denise Williams. I listened to a lot of Aretha Franklin, and that was because my mom just loved records like that. So I kind of had like a mashup of a bunch of musical, different things. And my family from Hawaii actually has like a foot in music too. They're like beautiful singers, amazing hula dancers. They play beautiful instruments. So I think that music was just always destined for me, because it just happened. It was always in my past since I was little.
So you wait a minute. Okay, so you a Hawaii baby. I know I looked up.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that is so awesome. I know my girlfriend just went to Hawaii and she loved it. She went out there for a week and a half. And you normally don't get, but you hear, in the music from just coming out to Hawaii. So that is
I guess
beautiful.
it's there.
Yeah, no, it is.
I guess it's there.
A huge presence.
Yes. Hi to all Raya family.
Shout out to my family, my
Oh my
Ohana.
God. Oh, look at her. She's her Ohana.
Yeah.
Ohana. I like that. Very nice. And you dance too, like you are just the jack of all trades. Okay, she's not only into music as far as you write. She writes. She's a choreographer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And she's a rapper.
So
And she was an executive producer as well.
Yes.
Okay.
I executive produce the majority of my records and my my videos and projects. Always. Like I write the treatments for them, and because I also had done a lot of directing. I wrote a lot of short films that actually won and was in Urban World Festival. And we also got picked back in the day to premiere on BET. Used to have this show that was a show for new green lighted projects, and we actually got to be on that show. So my foot kind of been in film and music and just the arts. I've always been an artistic child.
Wow.
So open to anything, any kind of art form that I could tap into.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got to tell us too about the beginning, how you got on the top 4. I mean, I want to hear you say it. You can read stuff all day, but I want to hear it coming from the mouth.
Right. Yeah. So actually, that was a really. I would say that the 4 was it felt like a pinnacle like in my my career, because I have been working for a long time already. Like she said, like Ray said from the beginning, I kind of broke into the industry as a dancer and choreographer, and then I got an opportunity to work with some really big artists back then.
Jay-Z's video.
Yeah,
Wow.
Dream and Sierra, Rihanna. I worked on her first tour, and Diddy. Like we used to, I just did a lot of work for dance, and then once I transitioned, I was able to get a really dope mentor, Missy. Elliot came in and acted as my mentor for a long time, just to kind of show me the ropes, really help me hone into my gift a little bit more, especially like on the writing side when it came to writing records and creating hits.
That's an awesome person.
You
Yeah.
signed to Missy Elliott, right?
Yeah. I signed. Initially, my first year was with Missy.
with her.
Yeah, and then after I probably released a few singles underneath Missy's camp. But then, just being an artist and trying to grow and evolve, she was an awesome mentor, but I couldn't really stay under Missy's, you got to take that time at one point in your career and just try to spread your wings and fly and, and just become the artist that you are meant to be,
Right.
And so, I really appreciate everything she did for me. She really helped me become a better version of myself and helped me understand, what my art was like. And so, I just have had a great career, toured, got to do some really big things, and then prior to the 4, maybe, because the 4 they reached out to me maybe, I'll say last year, because a couple days ago was like the year anniversary of us being on the show, so I want to say like last year around April or something, they reached out to me and gave me a call. I got this random phone call on my phone. I was like, what is this, 818? Yeah, I didn't know.
Glad you answered it, because most people aren't answering those calls these days.
The funny part was my brother's a personal trainer, so we were working out. And here's the real story. So, I got diagnosed with breast cancer. My diagnosis came maybe December, a couple months before the 4 called me. Okay. And so that alone was something like, really, I had just lost my grandmother, who was like a really close mentor of mine. Like, that was my boo. And I just lost her a little while ago, a few months ago before to breast cancer. She lost her fight. And I felt like before I could even have the opportunity to, deal with that, because she was so close to me, then I already had to switch my mindset, because now it was my actual diagnosis. Wow. And I was like, damn, I wasn't even old enough to go and be old enough to have the mammogram. You know what I mean? I didn't even reach that age, and so it kind of really took me by surprise. And I always been the person, like the friend, I'm work out every day, like I do yoga. I'm always like, girl, try this colloidal silver. You need that black seed. I'm very like that. So it really took me by surprise, because I thought I was healthy. You know what I mean? But what I realized in my whole process of it is that it's not just your physical health. A lot of times diseases like cancer, disease can translate to just dis-ease and imbalance in your life, and on a deeper level, I realized that I may have been neglecting myself on a different level, a little deeper.
Wow, that's good. I like what you
and so
said.
I was about three treatments in, because I had, when I initially got diagnosed, I had the tumor, and the doctors immediately wanted to put me in the chemo, send me right away. But I grew up with holistic healing. I grew up with the the grandmas, the aunties in my family making concoctions and saying, take this and then you just better, you know what I mean? And you healed, right. And so I was a little hesitant to jump right into it like that. So I told my doctor, okay, if you let me just try to shrink the tumor a little holistically, let's try 3 or 4 months first, because I really had embraced the idea of the treatment. This will go the way I wanted it to go, because it was my journey. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be forced into or scared into doing that, because I had to learn how to live and function and lead a normal life with it. So My doctor was cool. She let me attempt for like 4 or 5 months, but I could not get the tumor to shrink. And so then I decided to do the chemo. So then I was like three chemos in. And the crazy part was, all the while I was still trying to do music, I was still trying to tour, and you know, and being in the music business alone is a tough thing. You gotta have tough skin, you gotta be ready to work when nobody else is working, you know, so it really
well
pushes you.
rested, you're just moving.
You're moving. And so I almost got in that place where I was like, this is a little too much on me. You know what I mean? I just lost my grandmother. Along with that, I'm still trying to grind, get my career, you know, right. And then now I got to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when I walked in to my brother's gym that day, and I walked in, he was like, sis, you ready to get it going? And I was just like, look, I don't know if this whole music thing is for me. Like, I kind of was in that space. And he was shocked because he said, in all the years I know you, you have never, like, that's never come out of my mouth. I'm one of those people, I push through, I fight hard until I can't, you know? Yes. But it just, so much was on me at one time, I was just like, ooh, I need to just release. But as we were having the conversation, then a random phone number came in, and we was at the gym, and he was like, I wasn't going to answer it, but he's like, answer it, it's cool. And so I clicked the thing, and I had it on speakerphone, and he was sitting there, and it was one of the producers from before, and she was like, hi, may I please speak to Sharaya? I was like, this is Sharaya, and she was like, hey, we've been watching you, following your career. We really would love for you to fly to LA and have a meeting with our executive producers from this show called The Four. So it was crazy because I had never, I didn't really know about it that much, and I had never even thought that I would do like a reality TV show. Because I'm kind of like against, like, you know, I'm not real, I've been approached a lot of times for reality TV, but I'm kind of like not that one. You know, like, I'm just not that girl, you know, I'd rather a different kind of way, just didn't speak to me. Unless it really was about my craft, and not so much about my personal life.
Exactly. Yeah, that's awesome.
So the reason why I said, you know, maybe let me give, when I hung up, my brother was like, that's the creator. He was like, that was the creator. He said, don't you dare give up on your dream.
That's right.
He said, because this is your destiny, like, you have to keep going. And he was like, and that was just the creator giving you a confirmation, like, this is not the time.
Yeah,
you know what
perfect
I mean?
timing.
But I mean, it was so crazy.
So you started with, I'm giving up, got the call and said, okay, I'm back in.
Right, I'm back in. Exactly though, yes.
Yes.
And so I just, at the time I had already started losing my hair because I lost my hair like my second treatment in. And they flew me to LA. I had a meeting, you know, with the executive producers, went in, and they all like in the room, and they're just looking like, okay, stuff. So you walk in, and, you know, you just say who you are. And so I kind of just did that spiel, and I just did this new record I had, and I performed it for them, and then by the time I was leaving, I was like, yeah, want to hear something a cappella? And they was like, yeah. And when I said that, they was like, okay, bet. They let me rock. And I left, and my homegirl picked me up. He was out in LA, maybe 45 minutes tops after I left there. Then the producer called me and said, I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling you this soon, but we'd like to offer you one of the one of the seats on the show first.
Wow. I love great news. I love great news.
Yeah,
I love hearing great.
It was really good.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's exciting. That is so exciting.
Yeah, it was a really big, like, it all kind of just happened like really quick. It was like 1 second this way, and then the next moment something totally different, right? And the crazy part is that, which a lot of people didn't know, is that when they offered my seat, they still didn't know that I was actually dealing with cancer or battling with cancer or anything like that. You know what I mean? That was just something I didn't tell them until 3-4 weeks into them trying to build my story. Yeah. Because I had to even think about that and contemplate about, you know, that. But I remember calling my mom and saying, you know, because the producer said to me on the phone one day, well, Sharaya, is there anything else you would like to tell us? Like, anything? Like, they had found out about my father, did all my back history, all my career, so they had the story sold up already. But they were like, well, anything else you would like to mention? And I said, you know what? Let me just call you right back. For a second, I call my mom.
We call my mom.
Yeah, you gotta call your mom.
Let me clear it first with mom. That's right, mama knows that.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And so I called mommy and I said, well, what do you think? And it was just our consensus, like, if you did go on the show, that I should be transparent and just tell my story, walking my truth. And so I called him back and I was just like, yeah, there is one more thing. You know what I mean? I like to say. And when I told him he was blown away, he was like, are you kidding? Like, he didn't even believe it initially. And then he was like, well, Sharaya, which was awesome because he was like, you don't have to, this does not have to be in your story if you don't want it to be.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, and then that made me feel a little more comfortable because then a lot of times they could have been like, cause you're still producing a show, so they could have like,
that's
great
something good
story,
exactly.
right? This on,
yes,
absolutely.
That was really nice of them.
How did you get your energy levels up though? Like
it was what a journey, man. Because
I was that's what I'm imagining.
Halfway through chemo, so I was still having chemo during the show, the whole time actually. And I was still living in Atlanta initially, so I was flying. We have like a week to prepare for the whole show, and that's including your photo shoot, because every week you're doing a photo shoot, and it's your interviews for the week. Then you gotta go in and practice with the band, and you gotta pick your record. Then you gotta go practice on the stage. So the whole week is really bombarded with like a lot of things. We were shooting a show, and then in the midst of that, I had to fly to Atlanta and get chemo, hop back on the plane. Then I fly back to LA. Once I get here, the next day I had to be on the stage to battle. And so I was doing that like a lot. And you know what is so crazy? I accredit it just to the creator being in my corner and really pulling something out of me, allowing me to connect and just be in such a centered space like the entire time. And so I think I had just transcended like my body, my, everything, because I was just, thank God for the four really at a time like that.
Baby. Yes.
Because I believe that it helped me heal because, it kind of was being reciprocal for me, giving me that healing and not allowing me to harbor on what I was actually going through or thinking about it because I was so focused on my battles, what record I'm gonna sing this week, what's my outfit gonna be, so that was like
took it off.
My mindset,
the focus,
off of that.
Which is great.
Yeah, and it was just crazy. Like I was literally going through like the best time and the worst time
at
the same time.
Yes.
Oh wow.
It was a lot, but
sometimes great news, and when you got something big going on, give you energy, or you get a check in the mail. Because I remember I was sick one day, girl, I had the flu and everything, and my husband came there, he was like, Tanya, you remember long time ago this and that, it was a check in the mail. I was like, what? Let's go shopping. All of a sudden, I felt so good.
Was gone then.
So I found out like certain stuff make you excited. You get a check, and so I was like, you ain't sick no more. You be like, come on, let's go. And I was like, dang, I was just running a fever and everything. I was like, I just threw it all away when I seen that. So
I understand,
but it showed you what you have going on, that there was a purpose for your life.
Yes, because it encouraged me when I seen her.
That's what I felt like. I just felt like I was absolutely aligned with where I was supposed to be in the world and in the universe at that time. Mainly because too, they said that when your art reflects your life, or when your life reflects your art, and I was battling for my life in real life.
Right.
And battling every week on that show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it was happening.
She got
it was
me
like
excited.
Reflecting. Like my heart was there, and my, it was just testimony.
Girl, when people look at you, when I seen you come out on that stage and they was talking about your voice,
I
said, this gonna make me want to go another day. I don't care how I'm feeling today. I don't even care about how I'm feeling today. I'm getting up. I'm gonna keep going. So can you imagine how many people you inspire?
Oh my gosh! To this day,
honestly,
the amount of people that hit me up, and I always say like 5th, 6th show in. With all the love and support I was getting, I'm like, I started feeling like, girl, you cannot let the world down. You know what I mean?
I got
they was on my show this
year
too, and not in a negative way, but in, like
lifting
I
you
wanted
up.
them, and I wanted to do good, not just for myself, but for them. I wanted to be strong. I wanted, people who were battling cancer to see that that's not the end of your life. Like your life continues. This is not a death sentence or anything. You know what I mean? This can be what you want it to be. And I wanted to show them what I was, how I was going to make my journey. And so,
Yeah, and you took control of your life. You didn't let it control you. A lot of people sometimes what happens when they have a deadly disease or a disease that they have to fight, they give up.
Oh yes.
And when you give up, then you're not living for anything. Your life is just almost over at that time.
Because you living thinking about when you're dying. And
Exactly.
that's just
That's fear.
opposite. That's
Yeah.
just, that's not how you're supposed to live your life.
No.
And I refuse to even to do that. You know what I mean? And I also feel like my grandma, I was doing it for her. Like, it was one episode that I dedicated to her, which I performed LL Cool J's Mama Said Knock You Out. And it was just a special thing for me because, I felt like grandmama said knock you out. You know what I mean? And that was the energy that I brought to that performance. And that's how it was for each one. Like, each one I felt I had a different mantra for that one. And each one I had like a different vibe I wanted to create with that performance and make everything try to be different. So,
wow. Oh wow, you did a great job.
So how is it walking in Sharaya's shoes on an everyday since all of this? So how is it being Sharaya?
It's so funny. It's actually hilarious because I am like, first of all, I'm a workaholic, right? I'm gonna tell you. So I'm a Capricorn, so
Me too.
No, right?
Me too. January 9th.
17.
See what I mean? Connection.
Yes.
But y'all are smart. When y'all know who y'all are, once a Capricorn
That's the
know who
strength,
they
strength.
are, you cannot stop them. They
Yeah,
start
right.
off, you be a little weird, like, you okay? So
Right.
you're gonna do what you're very smart. And they quiet, they don't tell a lot of their business, but they moving. There's stuff going on in
we're
their head.
moving.
And once they get
Yes.
started and know who they are, it's no turning back.
To go,
Just
we
give
will
them-
go.
yes.
Even if it takes
We
a
will go.
step by a
That's
step,
right.
we
Yes.
will make it.
Sometimes though we go
My
a little
daughter
too
is-
much though, right?
A lot of times.
We have to learn how to come back a little bit.
But
Yes.
that's what I think happened to me too. I think I began to just become so over absorbed in my career goals, my ambitions, you know what I mean? I got so wrapped up in that space that I was like, everything became committed to working, and I didn't even take time to like think about the things that I was accomplishing in the meantime. Because as soon as I did something, I was like, okay, now next, next, thinking like that. And I believe too that time was meant for me to kind of reel it in a little bit. And, a couple of my friends had to tell me,
y'all will take a
sit down.
Yeah, we don't sit
You
down.
do not have to do that. Like, my family would be like, Ray, just relax. Like, you don't have to. I'll drive myself crazy not being able to get up. I make up stuff to do if I don't feel busy. You know what I mean?
Wow. That's just who we
just
are.
the way,
We're built that way.
Yeah. But I spend a lot of time working. Like, I spend a lot of time working, and I'm not like a party girl and nothing like that. So I'd rather be in the studio than be at the club. But you know what I'm saying? I gotta do both because just for my art. Yeah. And for the most part, like, a lot of people I do get recognized by a lot of people. And what I love about it is it's so funny because everybody wants to hug me. Like, as soon as they meet me, they don't even care. Normally they like, but they just, I understand because they feel connected to me. They feel like they went through which they did.
Yeah.
They went through
you
that journey
help
with me.
thousands and millions of women and men just battling with it. I'm telling you, that is a battle that everybody don't just stay up like you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And they don't know how to, but watching you.
Yeah, now they like, oh,
Now
I can do it.
they're
I'm
like,
fighting.
oh, if she could do it, I can do it. If God did it for her,
Come on,
He
you
will
can
do it for me
Yeah.
too.
Say that.
So, hey.
That is true.
Yes.
And a lot of young babies too hit me
Yes.
daily who get diagnosed so young with
24,
different types of
23.
cancer. I mean, a 15-year-old girl just hit me in my DM the other day. She just got diagnosed, 15, about to be 16. And she just was, just telling me, like, and I do take that time. Like, I spend a lot of time literally going in my DM and responding.
That's
and
good.
Trying
That's
to
good.
give words of
That's
encouragement, and you know what I mean. I really try to take that time because
Mm-hmm.
I just know what that feeling is like, and I
Yes,
want to
yes.
if a couple sentences from me will help. You know what I mean. I want to be able to give those. Yeah.
So do you
So
ever
how did you know, like, you said you were so young you didn't even have a at the time for
Yeah.
mammogram. So how did you know?
I was on tour, and I remember I was on the road at the time, and I called mom again. Call my mom again.
Love calling mama.
Yeah, I'm like, Ma, I think I felt a little something, I felt something in my right breast, and she kind of was like, Ray, when you get home back to Atlanta, you go to your doctor, check it out. She's like, but I'm sure it's like a calcium buildup. Like, we didn't even think it was nothing intense.
Because so young, right? You would think.
Yeah, because it was like, because it was small.
Oh.
And I just felt it a little bit, so I didn't notice. And then once she said, yeah, once you get home, go to the doctor, check it out.
Wow. So wait, Sharaya, you know what? We're gonna come back. This has been
This is
so
amazing.
exciting, so nice. You guys, stay tuned. We will be back. Okay, stay tuned. Hey, you guys, it's your girls. We are back. We are back. I want to thank everybody who has tuned in with your girls only on World Star Hit Radio and
Celebrity Media TV.
And we are here
back with Sharaya J.
beautiful,
Sharaya
pretty
J.
brown eyes. Can I sing that to you for a minute?
That's what
I stay in my lane, girl. I can't sing.
Oh, she can rap a little bit though. You have to say that. She will come out with some stuff on
Hey,
tonight.
y'all, it's crazy. Oh my gosh. So you know what, Sharaya? We was really going in. So Sharaya, what about your love life?
Oh, Lord.
Everybody want to know about your love life. We had
I
people
know.
question us, asking us questions. So you know this is Let's Get Personal
Mhm.
with me and Ray too. So back, we gotta get a little personal.
I know. You know what? It's so funny. I'm like, I'm not even gonna front. I am like, I'm not dating anybody now, and I believe that it's because, well, for a while I kind of also was like a little closed off to it, just because I was just trying to get in my own like right space. But I said, even when I try, like I promise you, like, because I've tried to like step out and like, you know, people have asked me out and all this, and we'll set a time, and then I'll be like, okay, well, can we change this? Can Friday work because
I have to go to the
I
studio.
or like, all right, I know we set up this time, but, and I said, child, by the time I end up rescheduling 1 million times, they're like, girl, I don't like you no more.
Oh my God.
No, but I'm trying, like, I'm finally, just recently, it's funny, I just told some of my homegirls recently, like, okay, maybe now I'll start opening up a little bit. But I've been kind of shut off to it for a while.
through a
just 'cause
lot.
I've been
You
going
need to-
through a
yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Capricorns too. That's one thing about Capricorns too. They like to keep their love life quiet, and when they let it out, it's out. But
Right.
other than that, if they don't let it out, it would not be out.
Oh,
Very
man. No, man.
Very picky.
And I'm very private too, I think.
Yeah,
In
y'all
a sense,
very-
which was
yes.
actually,
Nothing wrong with that,
Very
especially in the
private.
industry that you're in.
Yeah.
I like to
You
be
definitely,
that way.
you definitely want to.
Yes.
Because you'll be out there.
Go ahead, Sarah. Y'all already know.
Yeah,
They'll be like, Sharaya, we're in your bathroom.
You already know.
Look at
For
pictures
real.
and stuff. You be like, dang.
That's a
Can
fact.
I use it? Yeah. So what do you have coming up, sweetie?
I actually have a couple things. I recently moved out to LA, so I'm staying there now.
Okay.
And started a new company called Astound Entertainment, because I already had Banjiraya Entertainment, which was the
I like
company.
Banji.
Yeah, that was the company that I initially started with the Banjiraya movement,
Okay.
and that was just, you know,
What is the Banji movement? Because
Right.
we've been trying to talk about that, and we're like, okay, what is really behind the Banji?
Okay, I'll explain. I'll show you the short story. So Banji is an acronym for Be Authentic, Never Jeopardize Individuality.
Dang!
Oh,
dang!
And so
Okay.
that was actually created early in my career, because I remember initially having a meeting with some record executives. They wanted to meet with me, and we did the whole meet, and they asked me to spit a couple bars, do a little performance. But you know, I'm extra credit, so I had to bring my dancers, everything. We was dressed and everything. I did a whole show. I ended up doing the whole show.
So cute.
And so they loved it. They loved it, and they loved the records. And I remember them leaving. And then once we got the call back from the meeting, they were down to like get in and do some business. But the whole spiel was, okay, at that time I had short blue. I rocked my hair like a short blue Gumby. You know what I mean? So, and I was very inspired by the '90s, and am very inspired by the '90s.
Okay.
So I like TLC, I like
Yes,
baggy
yes,
clothes,
yeah.
and you know,
Yes.
different. I like to switch it up. So anyway, the main executive said, yeah, we would love to offer you a deal, but what we would need is for you to dress a little bit more sexy, like maybe show a little bit more skin, and things like. And then you need a weave. You need a blue weave. You know what I mean? So a little more sex.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and it was so funny because I mean, we always hear about that in the music business all the time. You know, stereotypical story about that, but it's a little different when you really experience it in real life.
Yes.
And it happens to
Yes.
you, and you know that kind of just rubbed me a little bit the wrong way because I felt like if you loved the records and you thought I had star quality and you loved the performance, for for the image just to be something that you was gonna solely base your whole wanting to give me a deal upon. Of course, I didn't take that deal. And in that moment, I kind of decided to start the Banjiraya movement, which was just a movement of people to just embrace their authenticity. Like, you don't have to change who you are to win in this business. Love your individuality because that's what people used to be praised for. At least the hip hop that I grew up in the music business that I
Boy George.
People, we love individuals.
Right.
Nowadays, it's a lot of followers. You know what I'm saying? And people just, I mean, plainly with Twitter and just Instagram, followers. It's followers. Five things about followers. But we used to have leaders, and you would embrace if you was different. And so I just wanted people to know that there was somebody out here still representing that.
Come on now.
And so that's how
the
Banjiraya was created, and I kind of use it as a foundation for Banjiraya entertainment.
You're going to get a lot of people to come because it's a lot of young folks that love their own identity, love dressing like,
and I want them to feel like that's okay, because that is okay. That's what makes them special, right?
Right.
Wow. So,
what would you tell artists out there that when they're dealing with getting a deal, sitting down at the table? Because everybody, I know that they're talking about now how people are signing all the wrong deals. So what advice would you give to artists out there when it comes to labels coming to them and they have to make that decision and they're trying to figure out which way to go and what's good and what's not?
Well, for one, I would absolutely say I know a lot of people get blindsided by just like the glitz and the glam of it, and are anxious. And a lot of times, a lot of artists, because I always say I'm an artist for the artist because I do understand that plight. You know what I mean? And a lot of us, we're so excited about the music and getting into the business and being able to do our art that all that paperwork, we don't really pay attention to it.
Sign for me,
exactly. And then you walk in trusting that that's, baby, that paperwork
can change your whole.
got a lot of fine lines and things in there. So I just would suggest that a new artist coming in, like, know your business. Understand what you do. Know your rights. Know what you have going on. You know what I'm saying? So that you can just be well informed on what you get yourself into.
Wow, that's good.
Know the business.
That's a good answer. And you know what? So Sharaya, what were the ups and downs being on the floor?
A lot of ups, I say. A lot of ups because like I said, I think that the four really helped me in a lot of ways to make it through the season. Also, I believe that it pushed me as an artist and a creator because I was being a rapper on the show representing hip hop. I was the show was a coverage show. And so you as singers, they get to go and redo people's songs every week. Whoever, or you can say, their favorite artist was Michael Jackson, or let's say their favorite artist was Whitney Houston. It's records that we all been listening to since we were kids. We know the words upside down, around. We can sing those records. But I was the only one who had to write original lyrics every week, like original record every week.
Wow!
Yeah, so I would use people's beat instrumentals to kind of keep it like familiar because it was a cover show, but all my lyrics were original every week. And so I feel like 3 days I had to make up new lyrics, memorize them, and then it's that other thing when you have to perform, you got to kind of jump into a different space to do that. So that was a lot. I think it pushed me as an artist, and I came out of the show being a better artist when I stepped in.
That's beautiful.
Did you do when you performed? Did you do the choreography for that?
Look at you, like all of them.
Me and Lori Ann Gibson, who was the she was an executive producer on the show and a creative director, and my dance mentor since back in Lori Ann was one of the first choreographers that took me under her wing and said, "Let me show you what the ropes here, sis." Because I came right from the hood. Only thing I did was love dancing. Like I love choreography. I used to make do all the free shows in the hood, be dancing with my friends. You know what I mean? Trying to figure it out. But Lori, and I loved her. Yeah. And Lori Ann, the first time she met me, she was like, that's a star. And she was like the diamond in the rough. I see it. And she kind of took me under her wing, and she made me a great dancer so that I could then be getting booked for shows professionally. So she was a big dance mentor for me. So me and her easy. Like that vibe was easy. She would come to me with an idea, I'd be like, love it. You know what I mean? And then we would just help and elevate each performance, you know.
Nice. So
We
she's
wanna-
still working with you.
Oh yeah, that's my boo.
Well,
Shout out
that's
to
nice.
Lori. Hey boo.
Hey Lori,
Hi, Lori.
thank you for being there for her. True friends is hard to find.
That's true. Right.
But you had a lot of great people in your corner through your career.
Mhm.
That's
So
beautiful.
You can also give a shout out to them too. That's what I was gonna say earlier.
Yeah, shout out to all my day ones. Y'all know who y'all
Yes.
is. Shout out to the Banjiraya Entertainment too, because you know,
Hey,
we've been
Banjiraya
grinding forever.
Entertainment. Yes.
Yes,
And
yes.
her beautiful mother is here.
Yes,
Say
my
hi. Look at no, don't be acting
She's like,
shy.
I'm the one in the back.
She is shy.
I get the
She
call.
said she the one. She like me. That's why I said you asked her, is you a Gemini? She like to get it crumb. She
Yes,
said,
she
I'm with
do.
you, girl. Come on, mama. Where we going after this? Okay,
She ready. She ready to
No, so
It won't just go to work.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah. And Ray would go to work. So Ray would be like, Tanya, you and her mom is too loud right now. I'm like, Ray, quit being serious. No, we're working over here. Me and Ray. No, so Sharaya, we want you to tell all our viewers and listeners and your fans out there that love you, where can they reach you at on all your social media?
Oh yeah, sure. So, shout out to y'all, all my supporters and fans. I really appreciate y'all. And for anybody new who wants to check me out, you can go to SharayaJ.com. That is my official website. Or you can go to Sharaya_J on Twitter, Sharaya J on Facebook, and at Banjiraya on IG. That's BANJI Raya on IG.
Yes, I was just
Go
going to say,
check her
can you
out.
please spell it? Because everybody they be like, why they didn't spell it? Is it Sharaya? I'm like, okay. So you guys, it's just capital SHARAYA. Thank you, ladies. Thank
With
you,
the
ladies.
J.
But wait a minute, Sharaya, you got to end this out with a little something. Just give us a little snippet.
What's that?
Like,
Julian?
yeah, like
something like a little rap.
a
like
little
just
spit us a little.
jam on out of here, girl. Come on.
I said, hey yo, stop what y'all doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the styles that y'all used to. My name ringing in your ears like a Bluetooth.
Hey.
Boy, your whole team make me laugh. Y'all the goof true. The Jersey City put them dope flows in the bundle. I pack them up and then I take it through the Holland Tunnel. My ensemble make them all mumble. I rap and I dance, so that like a combo.
What?
Hey.
She is girly now. I'll tell you. We've been waiting for this, and let me tell you something. We've been watching you, and it's like I'm telling you, I knew you before I even knew you.
I know that.
Yeah, she keeps saying that. She keeps saying, I knew her before. I'm like,
So
we
let me
just
shout
met
out
on the boat.
Nanine.
And
I have to
she's so
shout
cute.
out Nanine because Nanine has been supporting her.
Hey,
And
hi,
Nanine. And she had me supporting her before I even knew her.
Yes.
But you know, I'm so glad and I'm so
Me
happy
too.
we got to have you here.
Thank you. I'm so happy.
And wait,
you guys
we'll
have me.
also give a shout out to Grenard. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Say hi, Grenard.
Hi, good night.
He's been supporting you from day one as well.
Ah,
We watched every episode.
Yeah, and when he support. We just love you. We thank God for you. We thank God that your mother
Thank
kept you.
you. I
She
know.
she have raised a star. You have done an awesome job, baby cakes. So I'm glad we're gonna continue to hold you up in prayer. We're gonna continue
Thank
to
you.
support you. I'm so serious, baby. Thank you. We're gonna follow you because we're
Yes.
gonna invite you to some more stuff with us.
I know
Yes,
that's
And then we
right.
may see each other again too for the
August
Yeah,
25th,
August 25th.
we have New York
Mhm.
versus Atlanta.
Ooh,
Yes, that's
say
what it's called.
that.
Yep.
Yes, so it's gonna be nice. And
BET.
she's from Jersey.
I'm from
Yeah.
Jersey.
So
Yeah.
she got
We're
the
gonna
northern
send
in there.
a
I'm from
flyer.
up north too.
Oh,
Yeah,
say
I'm from
that.
Chicago.
Chi-town in the house.
My homegirls is from there too. I love
Girl,
Chicago.
you know.
Love beautiful people, beautiful people.
Yes. So you guys do not forget to tune in every Tuesday at 8:30 on
Yes.
What Ray?
WorldStarHitRadio.com and make sure you hit the live button.
Yes.
And check your girls out and follow us.
Yes.
Let's Get Personal too on
Instagram.
thank you. I was stuck there for a second. YouTube and Facebook. Let's Get Personal with Latonya and Ray.
Yes, we love you all. We could have talked to
Love
Sharaya
y'all.
all day, but we love y'all.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Love you guys.